All right, let's do it. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Okay Bud, the podcast where everything's gonna be okay, bud. I am Ben Kissel on Instagram at BenKissel1, joined by Jerry Aquino.
Hello.
At Miss_Jerry. That's Jerii. Kyle Plouffe.
Hello.
Is also with us at Kyle Plouffe. Thank you all so much for listening. Go to the Patreon, patreon.com/diebud, and watch the show live. Also, feel free to shoot us an email and let us know your thoughts of the show at okbudpod@gmail.com.
Yep.
And we did get a message from Courtney Newton.
Oh, what does it say?
She says, long-time listener, first-time email.
Nice.
Emailer. Loved listening to the Luigi Mangione and Brian Koberger updates. You guys are killing me. Isn't that nice?
That's really nice.
Yeah, we're doing a great job killing through humor, and those two people killed through weapons.
Yeah. As long as it's not like a criminal charge.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Try to avoid those. And then she says, and maybe you've heard of this, Kyle or Jerry, have you heard of the Courtney Clenny case?
Yes.
Okay, what happened with that?
She was a real bad person that killed someone that was friends with two of my friends.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. How are these
what?
true crime stories always directly related to you and your family and friends?
There were comics.
Seven degrees of murderiness.
But-
I don't know, like constantly. He's always in those circles.
Like the OnlyFans
don't have
market
any
is very
friends like that.
small in Miami. So like the comics were still doing OnlyFans and stuff too. And so they knew this girl through that, and they all lived in the same area. And they said she was like a super abusive piece of shit, and she ended up killing her boyfriend. And in the meantime, she didn't get arrested right away. They actually shamed her out of a bar because she was going out drinking and partying after she killed the guy.
Well, that's worse than being arrested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Public shaming.
Nice
Yeah.
public shaming.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Courtney Newton, for telling us about Courtney Clenny. You are
Courtney
the better
Clay.
Courtney.
And the prosecutor's messing this case up. He just had to resign because he illegally took emails and texts that she was sending to her lawyer. So she might get Casey Anthony on this thing.
So she might be found innocent because of a technicality.
Yeah.
Wow.
Whoa. All right. Well,
Wows.
thank you all so much for shooting an email our
Courtney.
way. There was another fellow who sent us a picture of his dogs, Greg Hoey. So thank you so much, Greg.
Nice. What kind of dog?
His name is Quinn, and he's a cute little guy.
Oh.
Yep, that's him. So he's in the back of the car looking kind of scared, but he's cute. So thank you, Greg, as well. Well,
Yes.
let's get to an update. We've covered Scott Peterson a little bit.
Yeah, I think so.
He's the guy that supposedly killed his wife, Lacey.
Yes.
So which husband that killed which wife is this? There's so many. They're hard to just tell apart.
Relationships are tough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is Scott Peterson. He is less douchey than the guy that we were watching, Watts. He's less douchey than Chris Watts.
Yeah.
So, okay, this is the guy that he was on this whole like missing campaign for his wife Lacey.
Where'd she
And
go?
he was like with no emotion. He was like, "Where'd she go?"
Well, he wasn't really asking. He was getting ready to leave. He was fleeing. He had a bunch of cash, like $20,000 in cash and a passport ready to go.
Yeah,
Wow.
no, yeah, totally, because he did it.
Yeah.
Whoa! He's being helped out by the Los Angeles or the California Innocence Project.
Why?
The Innocent Project minor leagues.
Okay, it doesn't matter. There's speculation that he is innocent
Yeah.
because they do say a neighbor said that he saw somebody outside the house, and then maybe that person killed Lacey and put her in the boat and then took her out to the water and drowned her.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, we don't simply know.
Again, he goes through that entire missing campaign just being like, why? It's always the guys that are like, just because I'm not showing you emotion doesn't mean I'm not feeling it every day.
Well,
I
maybe
just kind of want to find her. They usually have done it.
Yeah, the women then do the Susan Smith thing where they cry a whole bunch, and then everyone's like, there's no way she could have done it. And I actually would say the manipulation of faking tears is more egregious than a person staying stoic.
I don't personally think that they should be compared. We have also spotted crocodile tears on moms before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know. I know. But Scott Peterson's not going to pull that stuff.
Yeah, no, because he's too stoic.
He's stoic.
Right.
Well, he just had an altercation in the state prison here in California.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and the altercation was over a game of pickleball.
Oh,
You imagine that pickleball, the weakest of all the sports.
really? I don't know why it's having
Pickleball?
such a glow up right now.
Why do they have pickleball in prison?
You got to hit, you need to have some activities, apparently. I don't exactly know.
I thought it was just like pumping iron and reading books.
Yeah, that's kind of cool prison.
Shiving people.
It's a sign of, we are a weaker country.
Yeah.
When our prisoners are playing pickleball.
That's not right. You're like, I killed 18 people in a bank robbery and now I play pickleball. Ugh.
Dominoes, basketball, cards.
Maybe baseball.
Normal things.
Trafficking drugs.
You know, muling people.
Prison stuff.
Marrying wives outside of prison and convincing them to marry you while you are inside of prison.
Or marrying a wife inside of prison that may or may not be of the, have fun with it.
Exactly. There's plenty of things to do.
Indeed. So he's at Mule Creek State Prison. It's about 40 miles southeast of Sacramento. He was playing a very competitive game of pickleball. And then Peterson went to the authorities and said, "They're trying to beat me up." Because they were all mad at him for, I don't even know why. Pickleball, it gets very heated. It's a weak person sport, but they take it very seriously.
Well, I'm sure I think it's safe to say that a lot of prison inmates take pretty much anything pretty seriously.
Well, they're stressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, they probably did something outside of prison that was like, I've always had a short fuse.
Right.
So it's just like a building full of short fused people.
Yeah, usually you don't go to prison because your patience is like too high.
Right.
Yeah.
So he was found guilty in 2004 of murdering his wife, Lacey.
Yeah.
They have said that, again, there is some new evidence coming about the case, and we'll see if he gets a new trial. The Innocence Project has said the way the media covered it, he was guilty before they even started.
Yep.
Okay. Well, nonetheless, he's getting beat up in prison now over pickleball.
Oh, no. Which I'm pretty sure is exactly what the guards said. And he's like, "Oh, they're beating me up." They just looked at him and was like, "Oh, no."
What are we going to do?
Someone call HR.
I do think it's kind of funny to get just beat up with pickleball bats. Oh,
I know.
Whap, whap, whap.
Yeah, that is pretty hilarious. I mean, who's building tennis courts out there?
They have to do something, Jer.
Yeah.
You can't just have them rotting away in prison cells. Okay.
Pickleball.
He was originally sentenced to death. That is Scott Peterson, of course. But that conviction was overturned and he was resentenced to life in prison where he can play pickleball all day long.
Yeah. Yeah, sounds like a terrible life.
Well, it can't be that fun. Have you played pickleball before?
No, I've played tennis like an adult.
Yeah, I haven't either. Kyle, pickleball?
I did in high school because we were forced to.
Ah, lame.
Didn't like
Lame.
It's been around for that long?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's why it's. I'm confused why it's having such a renaissance here.
Yeah. You know why it's called pickleball? You want to know why?
Why?
What is it?
Because it's named after the guy's dog, Pickle.
Oh.
That's the truth. It's named after the guy had a dog named Pickle.
The guy that invented,
Pickleball.
and he was.
And every time the ball would go like out of bounds or whatever happens in pickleball, then Pickle the dog would go get the ball and they called it pickleball.
Oh.
And then when now everyone that plays the sport needs to know this like useless reference of why it's called the way it's called.
Wow. Okay. Well,
It's just so stupid.
You
Why would
mentioned-
he name it that? Why would he name
It's
it?
named after-
It has nothing to
Wow.
do with his dog. Also, maybe if you needed a dog in the game, like it was just like a rule, like this game involves a dog.
yeah.
Then
that'd
it'd be
cute.
like this is pickleball.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned why don't inmates just sit there and rot and think about what they've done?
That's not what I mentioned at all.
Okay. Josh Duggar. He is one of the he's from that big cult family. He's a child molester.
Yeah.
He's a real fucking disgusting. Apparently, he's in a Texas facility. Apparently, they have banned recreational time to punish the inmates in this Texas facility.
Ooh.
So now hundreds of inmates have refused to eat until they receive their privileges back. Second
hunger
episode,
strike.
another hunger strike.
Wow.
Which I almost feel like it's counterintuitive because don't you want to eat?
Yeah, but the state also doesn't want a bunch of starving dead inmates on their hands.
I don't understand why the state even cares about that. It's one of those things where it's like, you can't kill you, we're gonna kill you.
Right. Oh, that's so
you gotta,
true. Yeah,
and then they force feed them like they're making, foie gras, and it's very disgusting.
Yeah, it is.
So Duggar, this piece of trash, he is serving a 151-month sentence.
Come on. What is this, a new baby? How long is that?
I don't know.
He's
Nearly 15 years.
17 weeks old.
Yeah.
Every week matters at this stage of their life.
Yeah, 151 months. It doesn't sound that long, but then you break it down, you're like, well, that is kind of long.
Yeah. It's like 13 years almost.
Well, he was found guilty on child pornography charges, and I actually think he got off slightly light. So, the U.S. Sun, they have exclusively revealed that the prison inmates have halted all food because there's no more recreation time allowed in said prison. A source exclusive to the U.S. Sun says the interim warden has shut down recreational activity indefinitely. As a mass punishment for contraband, it's been shut down for over a week.
Oh.
No pickleball whatsoever in Texas.
Don't do the crime if you can't do the time without recreational activities.
I guess not.
Yeah.
Yep. They're punishing the whole yard.
There must have been a lot of contraband.
Must have been a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More than your average little drug slipped inside of a envelope.
Anus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Envelope.
Well, sometimes
That's the prison envelope is the anus.
the prison envelope is also sometimes actual envelopes, like they put the sticky part of where the envelopes go. They'll put drugs on that when they send out like letters.
That's not going to close it.
Security guards do check that.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd check that. I'd get so many drugs if I was a security guard. I'd be like, sweet.
Just licks all of them incredibly fast. Yep, these are drugs, all right.
Nice. Who wants to go play pickleball? I'm tripping nuts. So they say they're shaking down all the dorms and not letting people outside. And then Josh Duggar and his little pedophile unit, because usually they house the pedos together.
Yeah.
Because, of course, they're a very high-risk group of people in prison, because when you see them, you beat them up.
Right, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, no one likes them,
No
right?
one likes them. So his two dorms, they went on a hunger strike to protest. Yes, the two dorms, which hold several hundred inmates, did not show up to chow.
Wow.
That's going to teach them.
That'll show them. Give me back my goddamn coloring book. What the fuck?
So they're punishing themselves is the thing.
Well,
If you're the warden, you're like, okay, yeah, you can't go outside because you guys are a bunch of assholes. And now, don't eat then. What do I care?
Fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
This food ain't going bad. It's barely edible. So it'll still be here.
Seriously?
You just have to order less now. Thank you.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. No, because there's a thing about treating them humanely, and then there's also the thing about from the prisoner's point of view, I'm sure they're like, well, you take everything away from me. The only thing I have left that you can't take away from me is using my own body as a weapon.
So then he's going to take away his own food, so his body that is a weapon becomes weaker?
Exactly, because again, it's like the only thing that they've got.
Okay, they say they're not eating. They're not eating until they get their wreck back.
Yeah. I want television.
Well, these guys aren't
Dominoes.
I don't.
They're not full of good ideas. They like to have sex with children.
Well, right.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's not, the most thought out.
Is this like specifically just the pedophiles?
Yes.
Well, it's Josh Duggar's two dorms, his wing, and again, I do think they're housed together.
Yeah.
And it does seem like the lamest form of protest. It's like, all right, boys, we're not going to dinner then.
Wow. Tell Gandhi that, Ben.
Indeed. Well, they better let him have his rec time. And who knows what Gandhi was into. So inmates, they are
yoga.
They're upset, and we'll see what happens. The facility offers pickleball, tennis, basketball, track, and horseshoes.
They can't even run?
Yeah.
They can't even hold a metal horseshoe in their hand.
I feel like horseshoes.
Throw it at things. That's a terrible idea. Why would that be a recreational game in prison?
I don't know.
They're not allowed to have pens because they're weapons. They got pickleball rackets. They got friggin' horseshoes. What's going on?
Seriously. Of course, you could just easily just grab it and just be like, boom. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Accidental death by horseshoe. The game got intense, boss.
Apparently, some inmates were also musicians, and they would like to play guitar outside. But
Oh
you
my
can't do
God, that sounds so annoying.
Yeah.
Imagine.
You want to hear my song?
Yeah,
No, I'm already in prison.
The corner grifter that you just can't escape. Stop putting your hat on the ground, dude. We're not giving you cigarettes.
Quit playing Dave Matthews.
Can I get some stamps? I will give you a stamp if you stop playing anything by John Mayer. Please, God.
Yeah, it's just all guys. He's
no.
going, body is a wonderland.
Oh my God.
The poor man crying in the shower after he's been gaped. So
That's not funny.
Josh, he's all mad, but he appears like he's organizing this entire thing. So anyway, he's part of a large movement.
Well, of course he's not mad. He's hungry. He can't really afford to emote with this kind of the lack of energy.
Yeah, I guess so. I would go in, I would eat double. They should go on a double strike where we're going to eat all the food.
If you don't treat us well, we're not gonna
Stop eating.
stop eating.
Yes.
And then we'll be throwing up, and then we'll be shitting, and then we'll clog your toilets with more than the stuff we were already putting in there to begin with.
Now that's
Right.
a plan.
Yeah.
Is that?
And so you wonder, what are they eating? Grits, tiny portions of corn, half rolls, a couple ounces of deli meat.
Oh God.
I mean, it doesn't sound like they're missing out on that much food.
No.
Yeah, lunchroom cafeteria. I skip that shit all the time too. I can't stand it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, anyway.
Pano Man says, no strength, no energy, easier to beat with a club.
Or a horseshoe.
I would impale somebody on like the stick that comes out of the ground.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
that would work.
Bang.
Whoa.
hey.
Kyle,
Very
come
physical.
on. I didn't do anything. Jesus Christ.
Yes. Apparently, the food that they are served is regularly expired, and it's
my
not
God.
good.
That's not cool.
That ain't cool. No, but neither is molesting a
I
child.
knew you were going to say that.
But I do believe that inmates need to be treated like human beings. Josh Duggar, that's a carve out. I'm going to carve that out and be like, just do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have fun with them. So, even the milk is expired, they say.
God, that's disgusting. Oh, that's so disgusting.
They say they had a run of cereal that had bugs in it. And so people just couldn't eat the cereal because it was filled with bugs.
This guy's like, come on, just because I like touching kids, you're going to treat me like an animal?
What's going on here?
Come on.
Also, a lot of people eat bugs. A lot of cultures eat bugs.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not one of them.
No. Well, there you go. So
No.
if you were wondering, how's Josh Duggar today? He's on a hunger strike.
Oh, well, that's okay.
They won't let him go outside.
Bunch of
Good.
angry pedophiles.
And Scott Peterson is getting beat up with pickleball rackets.
Well, you better be lucky it's not a fucking horseshoe. Jesus.
Yeah, seriously. All right. Well, let's move on to a different tale indeed. Let's talk about mukbang.
Who?
So, mukbang.
Who?
There was a mukbang. It's a 24-year-old streamer. She died from obesity-related injuries. Her name is Efekan Couture. She's 24. She's from Turkey, and she would do mukbang streams. And then she spent
What's mukbang?
where you eat a bunch of food on camera.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And apparently, she was forced to stop streaming because she became bedridden. But she was a mukbanger for like a lot of time, and people would just watch her eat. And now she is dead. So be careful.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the other guy in prison didn't want to happen.
Exactly.
So he's going the opposite route.
Some people are starving to death. Some people are eating to death.
Yeah. Well, that's really sad.
I thought that mukbang was usually done by very petite people. And that was kind of the point of it, was you watch them do
Right.
like extreme eating, but they don't look like, Joey Chestnut and Kobayashi
Right.
and all the sexy,
Me.
you are a pig,
Yeah.
but somehow not at all fat.
Privilege.
Metabolism, I'm sorry.
But that's kind of the thing where you're
Right.
like, how'd that person eat all that food?
Yeah, I also would not, I don't want to eat all that food anyway.
No.
I really don't. I mean, if they're doing this online constantly, then like multiple times a day as like so much food, yeah, something's going to clog up. Something's going to go wrong, I feel like.
It's bizarre, though, because what he was known for eating, his final dish, was a plate of canned grape leaves.
Oh.
What?
It doesn't sound fun.
No.
Canned grape
Canned
leaves?
grape leaves.
The
That sounds like
leaves?
prison food.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, either way,
Oh.
he's dead.
Well, that's so sad.
And they keep on saying him. I thought for sure it was a woman.
Yeah,
I actually couldn't tell. I they them'd it just to be sure.
Right.
Yes.
Well, that's
really
something
sad.
when you eat your way out of a gender. When you're just totally neutral. Like, I don't
That's
know.
not funny.
When I had really long hair, I shaved my beard, and I do think people treated me a little bit nicer because they thought I might be transgender.
I feel like you're giving yourself a higher compliment than
Okay.
what is actually.
Oh, man's not allowed to compliment himself anymore?
Yeah. No. Yeah. You can.
Yep. Well, Erdogan, that's obviously the leader, a horrible, horrible scumbag, the leader of Turkey. The government is currently working on legislation that would limit the use of social media by anybody under the age of 16 years old because they don't want them to watch these mukbangers go out there because they know it's unhealthy.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
Nikocavo avocado is like one of the most famous ones here.
What?
And he was a completely skinny
Yeah, he did
kid.
kind of say it like he was racist.
And he
He just fully passed. He just brushed right past.
Nikocavo avocado.
Yeah, Nikocado avocado.
Yes.
Who?
Right?
His name, okay, now you're worried. Nikocado avocado. Nikocado?
Nikocado avocado?
Nikocado avocado.
Nikocado.
Nikocado avocado.
I feel like I'm going insane.
I want to beat up Scott
I'm not
Peterson.
even trying anything here. I genuinely do not know who you're talking about.
His name is Nikocado avocado.
Oh my god!
And he was very skinny, then got to the size of kind of a plump avocado, but now he's
Yes.
right back to a skinny carrot.
Yes.
Okay, was it diet?
Yes. Well, he did a whole thing where he got super large and everyone's like, you're going to die. And then he says it was all a social experiment that he lost all of his weight again. And now he is back to being skinny.
I can't imagine just the mental stress that you go through while you're doing all of this to your body.
Yeah.
It's social media. It's really nuts because, people like had a death watch. They're like, when's he going to go?
It is a morbid thing. Because you have people cheering you on, being like, this is great. And then you have the other people who watch it for like the sadistic, like, oh, this guy's going to croak.
Yeah, yeah. And then you go to bed at night and you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, who have I become?
What happened?
God, I'm so hungry.
What happened to you, Nikocado avocado? Anyway.
It's unsettling to think about. Even with like actors that go to these lengths of like losing all this weight or gaining all this weight for roles. It's a lot.
Yeah. But you know what? I also don't care to hear about it.
Because
Christian Bale, very talented actor.
yes.
But he went in
He got
and he was
so
like, "Oh, I
skinny."
can never do this again with The Machinist."
Yes.
And it was, I was like, "Whoa, buddy, that is real skinny. You're on a hunger strike."
Concerning, yeah.
But I don't care to hear their sob stories about it
Like
because also they did it.
they also did it like a light switch.
Yeah.
So like I have to try hard for that.
Hmm. Anyway, be careful out there if you're going to be in the mukbang business.
I didn't
It's
know
very
this
dangerous.
word. I realize I'm always asking who and what the hell is going on. You guys are very in the know and seem
Yep.
to not live under a rock.
And you're
like
the
me.
youngest one.
Yeah, exactly. I've chosen blissful ignorance. And
I'm the tallest one.
Hey.
yeah, that's because you're sitting in the bigger chair.
No, it's because I'm tall.
I got to put a pillow on this thing so I look at least
Phone book.
a little bit. Yeah.
On this week's Death and Entertainment, we discuss YouTubers of death.
Yes.
So be very careful out there. Be careful what you wish for. Speaking of online content, you like Harry Potter, right, Jer?
Oh, of course.
Okay, so
Who doesn't?
so many people.
Oh,
So many people.
I don't know why.
Well, there's a lot of some people got mad at J.K. Rowling.
Oh, everyone's mad at J.K. Rowling.
But then other people say leave J.K. Rowling alone. Also, I was in Edinburgh.
We don't have to. She needs to leave us alone.
Okay.
Is what it's been. But yeah, okay.
I was in Edinburgh, and everyone's like, "Where'd you come up with these ideas?" It's just Scotland. It is literally like Harry Potter land. It's just Scotland.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Bunch of
gorgeous.
castles and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
People didn't even get mad at her using muggles like a racial slur.
Is that what's a muggle?
Well, it's
A non-magical person. It's like, oh, you
Non-magical
muggle. Like, get out
I'm
of
a
here.
muggle.
I
Yeah.
use this all the time.
Hard
You
R.
are?
I have no magical skills.
Ew. Okay.
I can make this hot dog disappear without using my mouth.
Oh my god.
Butt chug.
Wow.
Hey, have you seen my bratwurst? Well, let me stand up and check. Anyway, there was a gal, and her name was Lavender Brown in the series.
See, I don't even remember who this is.
Okay. Well, her real name is Jessie Cave. And much like her last name would tell you, she is going to go to OnlyFans.
Okay.
But she's not going to do anything too sexy. She's going to keep it niche. She's going to focus on hair fetishes.
Okay.
That's cool.
It's fine. I have no problem with anything. But I didn't realize that you could do an entire OnlyFans simply based on hair fetishes.
You can do these weird, like, non-sexual things on OnlyFans. I feel like if you already have notoriety. Like,
Yeah.
But you said you don't even know who she is.
Well, so people know who she is. I know she's one of the two, like, giggling girls. There's, like, two giggling girls in the corner that they were always like, and gossiping, and that's it.
Oh.
I don't know. I forgot. Did she fuck Ron? I don't know. That one I forgot.
That's her.
That is her. I still don't fully remember who she is. And I've watched these movies over and over again. I've read the book since I was a kid, but I'm not like, like I don't show up in, like, wizard clothing.
Is she a muggle? Is she a muggle?
No, she's not a muggle.
She's a wizard type.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Okay. Well, she has said that she's going to do an OnlyFans, and it's all about sharing, quote, best quality hair sounds.
Oh.
So apparently the fetish is her combing her hair,
ASMR.
and then it's the sound that people really like.
Oh, man.
But then she also is trying to stress that not all fetishes are sexual. But isn't, like, when I think of a
that's
fetish,
the definition.
Yeah, I thought that's the definition of fetish.
because otherwise you just kind of like something.
Yeah, like when you like when you like the textures of things,
Right.
like putting your hand into like a box of M&Ms feels awesome, but not in a sexual way.
Sure.
Would I call that a fetish?
No. The fetish, it
Oh, that's
says here,
good Halloween.
a form of sexual desire in which gratification is strongly linked to a particular object or activity.
We'll bring it up with Jessie Cave.
Well, Jesse, you need to get yourself a
Jesse,
dictionary,
you need-
okay?
Yeah, because but also I will say, I'm kind of listening. I would not mind hearing her hair brushed out. It does sound very relaxing.
So what that could be.
Yeah.
That could be.
Yeah.
I think that's why a lot of men have the foot, and people in general, I suppose, have the foot thing, because when you're babies, you're always walking around a bunch of feet.
Oh.
And then I think some people have a hair thing if their mom has a lot of hair or something like that. I don't know.
No, it's just like, I mean, for me, what I'm thinking is like it's taking me back to like just like a comfortable spot in like my living room or something, and having like my mom or my aunt just like brushing my hair before bed, and it's like so soothing.
Kind of lesbianism.
Jesus Christ! God forbid I grew up around women. Look at this. That's real. Look, she looks like that little monkey with the makeup on that's getting massaged.
Yeah.
Oh, can you hear that?
Okay, well, she's
Talking more than the hair brushing.
She doesn't have to be doing that. That's making it fetishy.
ASMR hair play, they call it.
Yeah, but her hair is too thin. Wouldn't you want it to be a curly? Now I can get it.
Yeah,
because I do love curly hair.
Comb a man's beard.
Comb a man's what? No, that doesn't sound good at all.
But if
Like,
you comb my wife's hair again, I'll kill you. That's kind of funny.
it just sounds like crinkly.
It's non-sexual fetish.
Did you get my joke, Jerry?
No, I didn't.
He said comb a man's beard, and I said comb a man's beard, and I said comb my wife's hair, and I'll kill you.
Oh, I get
Yeah.
it. It was like a gay thing.
'Cause I'm gay,
Yeah.
but that's my wife. So she says that she is going to have a, quote, pure aesthetic, and she's going for slutty Mormon.
Huh?
So that's the,
Slutty Mormon is essentially showing your ankles and wrists.
No, but some Mormons are absolute whores.
well, I'm
Duh.
Behind closed
they have
doors.
to procreate.
I love that. What's happening there? That's
This?
a fun little aside. What is a fetishism? And then it's like a gay superhero wearing a rainbow cape and like a chest studded harness.
I guess that'll do it.
They're adorable, honestly.
Yeah. So she opened up about her decision to join OnlyFans, and she says it's going to pay off some debt.
Uh-huh.
So she's got some debt from probably Hogwarts. God knows what that costs a year.
I mean, considering that I can't really remember who she is, I can't imagine that she made like, a ton of money.
Yeah. She needs to revamp her home. And then lastly, she wants to show all those who misjudged her that she's far from just sweet.
Mm.
So remember when you were misjudging her?
So
You misjudged her the whole time when you were
when
like,
did I
that
say
chick is
that?
sweet. She's probably just nothing but sweet.
Well, she just said she was going to do a chill OnlyFans.
Now she's like, come to my OnlyFans where I'll show you my Hogwarts.
It's like, what? Ew, Kyle. Jesus Christ.
That is a fetish.
There's a strain of HPV that causes Hogwarts.
There is. And there's fetishes where people try to go and get the bumps.
God, what spell is that?
Yes. Something to do with wanting to read Braille on a person's genitals.
Yeesh.
Papillomas.
Papillomius?
Expecto
Viridicus.
Papillomas.
Well. Anyway,
Oh
so
my God.
check it out. Jessie Cave, go to her OnlyFans, and she says this is going to be very far from her PG Harry Potter roots.
Whoa.
So go support her, combing her hair, and being a slutty Mormon.
Go get it. Get your bag, Lavender Cave.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's move on, but let's stay in the world of genitalia.
Okay.
Okay.
And I want to hear your thoughts on this because I'm actually in favor of the woman that is being criticized. She's an embalmer, right? So she hangs out with dead bodies all day. No, I didn't say bartender. I said embalmer.
Nice.
She works at a Texas funeral home. And basically what happened was there was a dude, his name was Roy Rodriguez. He was 58 years old. He died. Charles Roy Rodriguez, that is. And he died. And he was convicted of sexually assaulting a 31-year-old woman. So she was all mad at him, and his corpse was right there, right in front of her.
Wow.
So she took a scalpel, cut off the dude's dick, and put it in his mouth.
Let's go. That's awesome.
Wow.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, that
Right?
sounds great.
But apparently you're not supposed to do that.
Oh, well, he did some things he wasn't supposed to do also as well.
I didn't see a sign that said I couldn't do it.
Yes. So, within minutes of the funeral company management learning of Rodriguez's criminal history, a crematory employee told a coworker that she observed Loudermilk, that's the name of the embalmer, cut off the descendant's penis halfway and then stuff it in his mouth. Upon learning of the mutilation, people got really mad.
Who got mad?
Well, the memorial, mortuary, and crematory manager went to the cremation room to look for themselves and noticed the genitals had been mutilated and the penis was in his mouth.
Who found out? How did they find out? Who's snitching on this?
Well, that really is the problem.
Even if I was one of the crematory managers, I would like speak to the other crematory manager and be like, look, this is a tough situation. I understand where everyone's coming from, honestly. And technically, the dead guy has no perspective. He's dead.
mean, it would be kind of funny if it was an open casket and they open it and there's just like a cigar-shaped cock in his mouth. Hey, who put his dick in his mouth?
Was it going to be an open casket?
Who knows?
Is he sticking his tongue out at us? Oh, God.
Oh, God. Not, look away, honey. It's not his tongue.
Yeah, I haven't seen a tongue that big in a long time.
Does his tongue have a hole in it?
I haven't seen a tongue that large since that alleyway in Tijuana. So,
Okay.
that's a personal story.
Okay.
Charles Roy Rodriguez, yes, indeed. So a bad fella. He was lying there, and he had his penis in his mouth.
Uh-huh.
And then Loudermilk says, "You didn't see anything." That's what she told the manager. After the manager was like, "Did you cut that guy's penis off and put it in his mouth?" And she's like, "You didn't see nothing."
So far she still got me. I am totally on her side.
Yo, I'm fine
I
with
would have
it.
been, yeah.
Or was she like, you haven't seen anything to like say that he didn't see
Yeah.
it? Or was she like, you haven't seen anything yet?
No.
She was about to do
like,
something bigger.
Oh my God.
No, what?
No. She was,
You ain't seen nothing yet.
she
His
was
whole
like,
butt cheek,
"Don't-
just put his
don't look."
butt cheek on his face.
Slapping him in the face with his own ass.
Just makes boobs with his butt cheeks.
Have fun with it.
You know?
I mean, I don't care. Like, as people have already said this before, but it's like he doesn't know.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
his vessel.
Yeah.
His soul is already in hell.
Exactly.
Yes. So they cut off the penis halfway, stuffed it in his mouth. According to the investigation, they say that Loudermilk was seen, quote, fondling the mouth of the descendant.
Fondling.
Yes, fondling.
Ew.
Adding that the descendant's penis was in his mouth. Then the director said, We responded by quickly covering the groin area with a towel and stated that the descendant had a lot going on with him. So they're like, he's got a lot going on. I don't know what that means. Does he have a huge cock?
What,
I don't.
he has a lot going on with, like, did she was fondling him all over the place? Was she tweaking nipples as well?
That's the only thing. If somehow she was deriving sexual pleasure out of this, which I don't think she was.
I don't think so either. But you never know, because I just feel like anyone that works in a morgue, an embalmer, anyone like this they're going to be a little bit out there.
They are. Yeah.
They're going to have a couple screws loose that they need loose so that they could perform their job.
Mhm. A buddy of mine, his ex-wife was a mortician, and it just comes up in conversation.
Right.
And you are around corpses all day.
Yeah.
It's got to do something to the brain.
You've got to just be some kind of a core person.
I mean, if you got naked bodies all day in front of you, you're like, that guy's a pedophile. You got a scalpel. You're like, sweet, stab, stab, stab. I'm stressed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's
and it's like
put it in his mouth like it's Vietnam.
Make him look like a silly
crimes
goose.
committed.
Anyway, as the case goes on, Loudermilk is not allowed to currently be an embalmer. They said, you can't do this right now until we figure out what exactly happened.
And she's like, oh, come on. Just this one. This one got to me, all right? The one guy. He's a pedophile. I'm not going to do it to
Well, he
anyone
wasn't.
else.
He was it was a 31-year-old woman, but yes, nonetheless.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Nonetheless. And
She said, this was personal.
this was personal. I don't know. What are you going to do? I mean, certainly I don't think jail time is needed or anything.
No.
I don't think so. She doesn't sound like a harm to society.
Also, if you're going to get cremated, they probably do a bunch of stuff to you before they cremate you.
Yeah.
Like
Probably
what?
like tic-tac-toe with a scalpel on your chest.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That's what I thought when they said a lot going on. She
Yeah.
just like carved him up completely.
Right.
Maybe like cut the testicles, spread them up all the way up to his nipples.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You know, just seeing how far those bad boys go.
Yeah, just have fun with it.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
I would never do that, of course.
Oh,
No, I would-
yeah.
But I do think it's like, I don't know. No, that sounds weird. But we do love our corpses, don't we?
We do?
Yeah.
I feel like everyone's very like, make sure you take care of the corpse.
It's a crime. Desecration of a corpse. It's
It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
But if someone kills me and then they fuck with the least, I'm gonna be like, the killing thing, that bothered me.
Yeah.
But at this point, get your workout in.
Do you feel like it's like insult to injury? Or
I
insult
guess.
to murdery?
And then maybe with the family members.
Yeah.
I can see it in like the Ted Bundy case where he goes back 2 weeks later and fucks the skull of the victim. I'd be like, that's like, whoa, buddy.
Well, there was that case, I think, in Colorado where two people had just like a bogus funeral home center where they claimed to be like putting family members, like digging them in a natural way under the ground. And then they just had them like stuffed in the bag in a broken fridge, just like toppled on top of each other.
Yeah.
And then they supposedly cremated some people, but they just sent like urns of cement, ground cement and ashes of not humans to the families.
During COVID, that happened a lot too.
Yeah.
There's bodies just everywhere.
What?
Yeah. There was a
well, yeah, because they ran out of room.
they ran out of room.
This
so-
thing was a scam, though.
Right. There was a U-Haul that they were just putting a bunch of bodies in outside of a crematorium
Oh my
in
God.
Brooklyn, right near where I lived. And apparently then it ran out of like AC or something. So then everyone was like, I think there's just a bunch of dead bodies in that U-Haul.
Yeah.
And then there was.
Oh man,
Just
that's
maggots and
rough.
flies coming out of there.
Oh,
Yeah, wasn't right. All right. Well, just lastly, let's go back to Texas. This is a crazy story about murder between a gay couple.
oh.
Tyvon, 31, he is accused of shooting Luis Banos Norberto.
Okay, what?
Norberto.
Yep, that's what that says.
Thank you.
He said no burrito.
At first, I didn't read it right, and I'm on my Wegovy now, so I say no burrito.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Trying to be healthier. So, a Texas man reportedly Googled, "Can I kill an illegal human?" before slaughtering his undocumented fiance
Whoa.
and staging the crime scene to look like a suicide.
Oh man, people can
Yes.
always tell when you stage a crime scene.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they can always check your Google searches. Stop Googling your crimes.
Why are you constantly Googling your crimes?
Well, it just shows you how much the answers that Google has.
Yeah, it just pulls you right in.
It really does.
But
So,
nobody writes, how do I ungoogle this now? Nobody's asking Google how to ungoogle.
I don't think you can.
No, you can't.
Definitely can't.
Yeah, once it's Googled, it's Googled.
And then it's owned by the CIA. You're in there.
Yep.
So Vaughn remained free for nearly 2 months, 2 months after Norberto's death.
Wow.
Again, because he staged it as a suicide. According to Vaughn, he says, I've been kind of not great. I haven't really been going to police looking for answers. And then the reporter offered condolences. And then he says, I mean, it is what it is.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
So it's like, so he's not doing it. At least Scott Peterson, if you do believe he's guilty, at least he was like, I'm sad.
Yeah.
And this guy's like, hey, it is what it is.
Hey.
Yep. He's like, what are you going to do?
What
What are you going to do?
The Lord giveth.
Yep.
Let's charge it to the game. You know what I mean?
So Vaughn said that the couple had been arguing the night before they had left their apartment. And then he said he returned at 5:30 in the morning to find Norberto dead in the bedroom. Norberto's body was lying on a bed with a bullet wound in his eye
Oh my
and a
God.
rifle propped up against one of his arms like he's Lee Harvey Oswald.
Yeah. Yeah. When are they going to figure You're not going to be able to outsmart like forensics with that.
If he was so upset with him, he could easily just call and report him and make $1,000 because that's what they're doing now.
Oh, you're going to go with the ICE approach.
He could go,
Wow.
instead he really iced him.
Yeah.
And then he got in trouble.
And to your point, Jerry, how did he do up the scene? Did he take a nice class at Juilliard and learn set design? Nay.
Did he study blood splattering? Because everyone knows they're going to look. First thing they look is the blood splatter. Also, a bullet hole in the eye.
Yeah, it's
So
not.
like with a shotgun.
Yeah.
You just like you propped it all the way up, which is a heavy thing.
Yes.
And then you're mostly wrists here, and then you got to have the one finger directly into your eye.
And of course, that's why many people say Kurt Cobain didn't commit suicide because it wouldn't have been possible for him to pull the trigger, although he may have used his toe.
Ooh.
But that's a big controversy in that story.
Man,
So-
you really want to kill yourself if you want to use your toe about it.
I just think it's unsanitary.
That's why. It's
Yuck.
yuck.
You ever see people eat with their toes? I mean, unless they have no hands, and then it's like you got to eat with your toes.
I saw someone on Instagram today using his girlfriend's toes to prop up his iPhone while he was driving.
What the
It's kind of cute.
He likes that.
A little cute. That is a little cute.
That one works for Ben.
Anyway, so this douchebag Vaughn, Norberto, he had a torn up photograph of his alleged killer nearby. So he shots the guy, right? Then he tears up a picture, being like, "Oh, this is going to make it look like a love spat,"
Right.
and so he's all
Lovers
set.
quarrel.
Yes. So he tore up the picture, and then Vaughn says he called 911, and he said, "Quote: My spouse is dead. Help! My life is over." But he didn't seem to care about his spouse's life that was definitely over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even cover it up that much. Reporters are like, "Hey, so like you haven't looked into this?" And he's like, "Nah, I know I should be better about that, but I've just been so busy lately."
I'm dating Ron now,
Yeah.
and Ron says, "Don't talk about your ex
Right.
because it's offensive to our relationship."
Exactly.
So
Also, who kills a fiance? You haven't gone through it all yet. That's for like,
No.
that's for people who've gone through a hard marriage, okay?
Just walk away. Just
Right.
walk away.
Yeah.
yeah, you didn't even take the vows.
No.
Yeah.
You
There's
got to take the vows before you take a life, all right? We used to be a proper country.
you can't even. There's no insurance to back you up on that.
Surveillance video shows Vaughn walking up the stairs to his apartment at 4:05 a.m. when he told the police he wasn't home, but yet he was. And then 2 neighbors reported hearing a gunshot shortly after. 20 minutes later, Vaughn texted Norberto saying, babe, why are you not texting back?"
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Ay.
Yeah. But then again, it was discovered that he had recently searched on his phone, "Can I kill an illegal human?"
That's so, like.
Which no human being is illegal.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you.
AI is just going to be like, yes, they overlook the ones that are technically not allowed to be in the country. Like, what did he expect? What did he expect it to say?
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah. Anyway, well, love, huh? Any chats? Any chat comments?
Vanessa's agreeing, saying there's no legal commitment to get out of yet.
Exactly.
with this
Just get a
fiance.
divorce.
Yeah, just walk away. You're not even. You just get the ring back.
Yeah.
Let's see. Claire is saying Harry Potter is everywhere in Edinburgh. I've been to Tom Riddle's grave, though that was kind of interesting.
Oh yeah,
You went to, there's an actual grave for Tom Riddle?
That's so funny.
I don't want to go to that.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
the graveyards in Edinburgh are freaking awesome, and they are spooky. You'll see a ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they bury fictional characters.
Vanessa was saying the sad thing is that the mukbangers, some of them rely on their mukbang videos for their paychecks. So what they do for a living is making them sick. And if they
Right.
eat healthier, they get less views.
Yes.
Oh my God, that's sick.
Right. Yeah.
There was even one, there was a guy who was chain smoking cigarettes, and people were like, smoke more. And he ended up dying. And people had like the gratification of him giving his life to these videos. It's very creepy.
Don't like that at all.
Yeah.
And I don't even think I'd like that if someone made me do that with chocolate chip cookies.
No. And apparently there is a crossover
But we
between.
could try.
I think you try every night.
I do.
There is a crossover between mukbang and ASMR. I guess some people just like the sound of other people eating.
Ugh.
I don't know. Anyway,
I'm the
I like
opposite
the
of what
sound of me
everyone
eating, I
Yeah,
guess.
I don't like the sound of people eating either.
Yeah.
I'm not here to watch you exist. Come on.
Yeah.
Right. That's a whole nother man. Now I'm just looking at mukbangs. All right. Well, I'm going to look more.
Yeah.
That's good.
What if I get into it? Who is the famous mukbang? Yeah, Nikado Avocado is the most famous.
Yeah.
Like Kyle's into pregnant women.
Is he? No, Kyle didn't have sex at all.
I
when he was-
refuse to have sex with my pregnant wife.
Which
Yeah.
is very rude of you.
But I'm
know.
trying to brainwash him in the other direction. Don't worry, it's a long game.
But I was saying, what if I'm really into it and then I can only have sex with pregnant chicks? And then,
And that's what I'm here to discover.
oh, God.
Next thing you know, you're living in Pennsylvania in an
Just
Amish
wait.
community and
know,
having a great life.
Log cabins.
Yeah. But women are all horned up when they're pregnant.
They are.
Yeah. How did you escape that?
I had to beat her off with a pickleball racket.
Oh my God.
That sounds like prison.
It really does. And now he lives in prison.
Yes.
It's called a family. All right, everyone. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We'll be back later. Talk to you soon. Hail yourselves. Bye.
Goodbye.